finish our interview.
All right, welcome. This is Chris. Jimmy's coming, but it's our first race day in the UK, Southwell race course or racetrack. Again, Jimmy's coming. So first, weather and track conditions. It's raining. This is actually the rainiest possible conditions in HRFL. So we got rain, the dirt track's running sloppy, turf track heavy, and there are no races on synthetic track today, but it would also be running sloppy if we had any. So worst conditions in the history of the league and worst possible in the league. All right, yeah. So first race day across the pond. Horse racing is a real popular sport um, in the UK, a lot of turf races in particular. So we're in Southwell, which is in the county of Nottinghamshire, or I think Nottinghamshire, not Nottinghamshire. Um, all right, which is about 3 hours east of Liverpool and 3 hours north of London, kind of in the heart of the country there, but not in one of those big cities. It's also just to the northeast of Nottingham, which you might recognize from Robin Hood. Got Robin Hood and his boy there walking through the forest, and then you might recognize the sheriff of Nottingham. Uh, and the Sherwood Forest is real. There's a picture. So this is where the race day is today. So why the Southwell Racecourse in particular instead of just anywhere across the pond? And the answer is simply that it was the track over there that I could find that has both a turf oval and a dirt oval that are flat. A lot of racing out there is on hills. A lot of them don't have the dirt track. I think there were some that converted to dirt track and don't have the turf anymore, but Southwell's got both. All right, so moving on to the races. First day nine recap. There were two wins for Nate, two wins for Stefan, and in the last race, the biggest race of the day, Christian's horse Foos Picket Fence had an upset win over A grade, all-time winningest horse, Checkmate from Alex's stable. All right, day 10 preview. We got nine races today, including race six, which is a claims race with just a $4,900 claims price. You don't get much cheaper than that. There are four stables sitting today out, including the first place stable, Alex. All right, again, so part of the story is the rain today. Again, worst conditions possible in HRFL. Season one, we had three rain days. Season two, we had four. We're about halfway through the year, and today makes three already today, or already in season three. They've had severe rain and flooding in the past out at Southwell, believe it or not. This is a picture of Southwell, this racetrack completely underwater. You can see it was totally flooded out. And despite all the rain today, we got it ready to go for today's races. All right, I was able, actually, I got Stefan here. Stefan, thanks for joining us.
Hello.
Hey, all right, hey,
Hey,
welcome to Southwell. How was your visit? How has your visit across the pond been so far?
jolly good, if I must say. It was the horses were a little tired from the swim over, but we got here a little early so they could recuperate, we could see the sights. Uh we had to check out the bridge, the crown jewels, and then we went up to Nottinghamshire. I'm not even sure if that's how you say it, I'm sure, but
I'm
we
not even-
but you know taking a stroll through the forest and stuff. It's been nice.
Good.
Jolly good. Yes.
Jolly good. Yeah, good. And good to see the sights while you're out there.
Oh yeah. The horses
Um,
don't get out much. Well, I mean they do, but I mean going to a whole different continent is big stuff for them.
yeah, it's a treat.
Yeah.
All right, well, hey, you snapped a drought on race day nine. You won races on days one, two, and three, but then none until you won two last time out. Have you adapted your strategy heading into the second half of the season, or is the approach to stick to the game plan and trust the wins will come?
Honestly, yeah, the approach has been kind of just stick to the plan. try not to get discouraged. Didn't know it was that big of a losing streak until I saw it in writing. But yeah, I mean, maybe I had been trying to put some horses in some races that might not have been ideal for them, but
Sure.
it seems like yeah, we've snapped the streak. Um Second half, we back, baby.
All right. Yeah. Maybe the momentum will shift. Thanks for joining us, Stefan. Good
Thanks for
luck.
having me.
All right. Yeah. Good luck tonight and the rest of the way.
Appreciate it. Jolly good.
All right. That was Stefan. Okay, we got some Nate's knowledge. Nate stayed behind back in the States, so I'm going to read his Nate's knowledge today. I'm going to read it in the first person because he gave me a script. So, okay, this is from Nate. He says, last race day, I mentioned that Deliberate Speed had started 6 times in the number 2 post position. This week, I wanted to see if there were any other outliers in terms of starts from each post, and here are the ones I found most significant. Along with Deliberate Speed, Hobby Jogger has 6 starts in the number 3 post. Mix a Natural and Coach Cleaver have 5 starts each from posts number 1 and 4, respectively, and a trio of horses share 5 starts from the number 6 post. 2 other nuggets I liked were that almost half of Gunslinger's 18 career starts are from either the number 5 or 7 post positions, and almost 25% of Albie's 17 career starts have been all the way out in the post number 14. So, and so we want to thank Nate for the knowledge, even though he couldn't be here. But that's crazy. Albie must be in some real full races to have that many out in post 14. All right, quick look at the standings. I've highlighted some changes here in the top 5. So Brett passed Jimmy up into second, and Charlie moves up to 5th. The gap between Brett and Jimmy for second and third is less than $1,000. Can't get much tighter than that. It's like $800. Another one I'll highlight here is Nate's moved up 1, which maybe doesn't feel significant, but he's moved up 3 spots in the last 2 race days. So from 10th to 7th in a hurry. All right. I think that Jimmy's joined us. Jimmy.
I'm here.
All right. Good deal. Welcome.
Just made it off the just got off the plane here in London. Had to get over here. Had the
Kaylin said just touched down in London town.
There you go. That's all right. Dark Horse Detective. I am switching up a little bit today. I believe this is the first time I'm going with a free agent horse as my dark horse. As you see there, Culprit in race number 9, going for the win. Not hedging any bets here. Culprit for the win. Loves the distance, loves the surface, and yeah, the lone free agent there. Chris's team, if you will. Culprit for the win in race number 9.
All right, thanks, Jimmy. I usually cheer for your dark horse, but I hope you get this one wrong because I'm cheering for our stable.
Nice.
All right. Okay, reminder, the draft is Sunday, June 7th at 7 p.m. So don't miss it, June 7th. And I posted a couple times in the Slack, but definitely go watch the video on draft multipliers. You're going to want to understand that before the draft for sure. Jimmy, you might have missed this part, but we're in Robin Hood County. Southwell is near Nottingham.
Yes, I passed that sign on the way here.
Yes, there you go.
Uber driver was going very fast, but I still saw the sign. Yeah.
That might be the car that your Uber driver was in.
How about that? There you go.
All right, there's one more quick look at the standings.
Those very tight standings.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back for race number 1 right after this.
A grade A stud.
His boy Elroy trying to pull away from the field, but Sounds of the Void not far behind and takes the lead.
The silent and mysterious type that the fillies love.
Wonderful charge there by Sounds of the Void down the stretch to take the victory.
But he plays hard to get. Getting his attention is like screaming into the void. Sounds of the Void.
All right, we're gonna thank Nate for that.
That was great. Another good one there.
And those of you that tried to send stud fees Brett's way for to breed with Sounds of the Void will know what it's talking about.
There you go.
He played hard to get.
That's great.
All
All
right,
right, let's get the races going here.
all right.
Race number,
You muted.
of course I am. There we go. Race number one. Let's get it going here, guys. Over across the pond, our first race of the day, and 7 horses ready to roll on the turf. What do you got? What do you see, Chris?
All right, yeah, we're gonna have to do some heavy lifting without Nate here. But this you have to have won a race that participated here, so you can see lots and lots of success. You only have to have one race, but more than half the field has 2 wins. Buttons and Zips in that with what is that? 9 career top 3 finishes, and the most career prize money. That's in the number 2 gate.
Nice. All right. Keep an eye on that. As we go, first race out on the turf, 10 furlongs. And they're off. Buttons and Zips in that, along with All I Could Afford. Now with the early lead, Ronnie and the Law right there as well. Hit by a Train, Good Hustle, Swanson, and Hobby Jogger, the trailer. But All I Could Afford out early. Buttons and Zips in that, trying to get up to that first group. Swanson as well. Swanson now overtaken All I Could Afford at the halfway point. But it's a close one all the way down. Almost Hobby Jogger still trying to catch up. Everybody else still there. Good hustle now with Swanson back and forth. Buttons and Zips and that coming up there as well. All I Could Afford there too. Swanson building a slight lead here as they come down the stretch. It's Swanson just a little bit above All I Could Afford. Good hustle now. Hustling late. Ronnie and the Law making a late run as well. Taking the lead and a victory for Ronnie and the Law. Free Agent wins the first race of the day. And then it's All I Could Afford and Swanson in the top 3. Buttons and Zips and that. Good hustle and Hit by a Train rounding out the money. Hobby Jogger, our trailer. But congrats to Ronnie and the Law, the free agent.
Yeah, congrats, Ronnie, on the Law. Nate looked like he had it. Swanson was in the lead for a long stretch there. Settles for 3rd.
All right. Race number 2. Staying on the turf. This one a maiden race. So everybody looking for their first victory of their careers. We've got 9 horses here. And it should be a tight one with a bunch of G grade horses, perhaps the favorite. What else you see there, Chris?
Yeah, the G's are the favorite, and all of them. We got 3 unknown horses in this race, but all the G horses are owned. And what a contrast with the career prize money in a maiden race versus one where you have to have won before. The one with the most success in terms of career total prize money is Moral Hazard for Charlie in the number 7 post.
All right, let's get back out to the turf. Race number 2 in the rain, of course, and they're off. $5 foot long. We've met before. Hansel 3000. Such a clatter all out early there. No Diggity, Arcantina, as well as Palace Guard, Moral Hazard, Cosmic Jukebox, the trailer, but such a clatter, building a big lead here in the front stretch. And No Diggity, Arcantina, $5 foot long. Big group in second right now, but such a clatter, setting the pace. Big lead, $5 foot long in Arcantina, charging as they come around the last turn. Stefan with 1 and 2 right now. Arcantina, such a clatter. No Diggity making a run, but it's Stefan going 1-2 as they come down the stretch. Arcantina, such a clatter. No Diggity now up in a second and charging hard towards Arcantina, taking the lead. Arcantina not letting them get there. It's a photo finish, and it's Arcantina for Stefan with the photo finish victory. No Diggity in second, followed by $5 foot long. And then it was Such a Clatter we've met before, and Cosmic Jukebox rounding out the money. Hansel 3000, Moral Hazard, and Palace Guard the rest of the field. But congrats, Stefan. First place, Arcantina.
What an exciting finish. Look at this. No Diggity was
Very
really
nice.
charging to catch up, and then
Nose to
Arcantina
nose.
hangs on. Yeah, good one. I think Zach got
Awesome.
second in race number 1 also, so back-to-back second place finishes for Zach.
There we go. All righty. On to race number 3, staying here on the turf. Same distance as well, but no maidens here. All previously won races and all G-grade horses, so looking for a close one here. What else do you see, Chris?
Well, 24/7 Peony Express had a ton of success. I think most of it was last year. So the most prize money there, the most wins. The second most wins and second most prize money is Crest Station team name. So the unowned horses have muscles to flex in this one, and they are half of the field. For Brett, the only nowadays the other horse was 6 figures in career prize money, and it's her 20th start.
All right. As you said, lots of experience here. Somebody looking for their first win. And they're off. Crustacean team name, along with Ya Big and Sincerest Form. Out early, along with 24/7 Peony Express, taking the early lead around the first turn. Chairman of the board now up front for Christian. Sincerest Form making their way up there for Stefan and Ya Big there as well. Lots of movement here early. So get to the halfway point. Chairman of the board, slight lead over Ya Big. Sincerest Form step down nowadays. All close there, along with Superfluous Pizzazz. Chairman of the board, Ya Big, though, still setting the pace. They come around the last turn. Sincerest Form making a run. Ya Big pulling away from the field, now half-length lead over Chairman of the board. Sincerest Form is right there with Chairman of the board for second, but Ya Big setting the pace and will win this one. Chairman of the board in second. Sincerest Form gets third. Then it's Crustacean team name nowadays and 24/7 Peony Express in the money. Step down and Superfluous Pizzazz rounding out the field, but another free agent, Ya Big, with the victory.
Yeah, another spoiler there. Congrats, Christian and Stefan, on the top 3 finishes.
It's looking good for my dark horse so far. We'll see.
Hey, yeah, right. It's setting the trend.
All right, race number 4, another maiden race. We're going to head over to the dirt for this one. 9 furlongs and all F grade, F for Fenton. 8 horses in the box here. What do you see, Chris?
We got a Wallace Tu Nombre has finished second twice, so and has a third place finish. So they're probably have tasted the chance to get first place more than anyone else in the field. As far as the owned horses, Bueno with 4 top 3 finishes. Guy's got 2 horses in this one, and they're both looking for even getting the 10,000 in career prize money. Everyone's a grade F, but Guy's horses are probably the long shot based on past success.
All right, let's head out to the mud. And they're off. Bueno, Quales Tu Nombre, and Savvy Play 2 up front early as we come around the first turn. Quales Tu Nombre building a slight lead. Bueno now in second, and it's Savvy Play 2 out of a cannon. Gizmogul right there as well. Sees the means, quarter for the bus, and the Escher House trying to keep pace. Bueno shot out of a cannon right there at the halfway point, and it's still anybody's race. Nobody pulling ahead. Bueno with a slight lead. Quales Tu Nombre, Gizmogul, the Escher House, all right there. Very close. 6 horses, maybe more, going back and forth as they come down the stretch. Shot out of a cannon. Quarter for the bus. Quales Tu Nombre. Gizmogul making up there. It's 1-2 for Guy right now with Gizmogul and shot out of a cannon. Sees the means now up into second, but it's Gizmogul. The win for Guy. Sees the means and Quales Tu Nombre, 2 free agents, second and third. Then it's Savvy Play 2, shot out of a cannon, and quarter for the bus in the money. And then Bueno and the Escher House rounding out the field. But congrats to Guy. 2 horses one of those horses gets the win.
Yeah, congrats, Guy. And Gizmogul.
Nicely done. In the slop there.
Yeah.
All right. Let's head to race number 5. Still in the slop as well. This one's going to be maiden. All E-grade horses, so another close one here. I got one of mine in here, Liberty in the 7 slot. What else you see in there, Chris?
Well, 2 things stick out to me right away, and that's Zach's got 3 horses out of the 7 in the field. He's got 2 second place finishes already today. Maybe he'll get over the hump with this one. And Liberty, the only horse in the field without a top 3 finish. Of course, as a maiden race, none of them have a win yet, but Liberty's looking to break the top 3 for the first time.
Indeed. All right, back out to the dirt. Last horse in the gate, and they're off. Lint Liquor, along with Liberty, Inventory Stickler, Work Burnout, Frequent Flyer Miles, NJ Naysayer, and Genghis Khan, all close there as they come around the first turn. Work Burnout, Inventory Stickler, Zach 1-2. As they come around the back stretch, Lint Liquor now up in the second. Frequent Flyer Miles up in the top 3 now as well. But Inventory Stickler setting the pace. NJ Naysayer now jumps into first. But all the horses except Liberty still close there. Lint Liquor in second. Genghis Khan, Inventory Stickler, Work Burnout All his ex horses trying to keep pace. NJ Naysayer pulling away a bit as they come down the stretch. NJ Naysayer, it's their race to be, but Inventory Stickler, Genghis Khan Man, Lintlicker, all making a late run. It might be a photo finish. Lintlicker takes the lead and just finishes in first for Kalen. Lintlicker with the win. NJ Naysayer in second. Liberty in third. Then it's Genghis Khan Man, Frequent Flyer Miles, and Inventory Stickler rounding out the money. Work Burnout there in last. But congrats, Kalen, on the victory. Lintlicker.
How about that? And that horse was bred by Kalen. So
Nice.
yeah, congrats, Kalen Lintlicker.
All right. That's just fun to say.
Yeah, I think Kalen is a Lintlicker.
Oh,
All right.
all right. Let's go to the next one. Our first claiming race of the day, race number 6. Only need 4,900 to claim one of these, but we'll see how it goes out on the dirt. 9 furlongs. And just 2 owned horses here, Central Bank and Deliveroo from Zach and Nate. What else do you see there, Chris?
Well, Deliveroo was claimed by Nate earlier this season and is an enormous favorite here. Not by 1 grade, not by 2 grades, but by 3 grades over Central Bank and the unowned J grade horses. So 4,900 for a G grade horse. If history suggests anything, would be quite a deal. Quite a deal. But yeah, heavy favorite before we get to the claims is Deliveroo.
All righty. Let's see if Deliveroo can deliver the victory for Nate.
Ooh.
And they're off. Zoom Legionnaire along with Deliveroo out front early. Central Bank right there as well with Sensei, etc. Calamity, and Yin Yang Triplet. Coming around that first turn. Central Bank now building a slight lead. Zoom Legionnaire, little lead over Calamity there. Top 3 right there is the halfway point. Zoom Legionnaire switching places with Central Bank and building a little bit of a lead. Deliveroo now making their way up into third and passes Central Bank into second. Trying to reel in Zoom Legionnaire as they come down the stretch. It's Zoom Legionnaire trying to hold off Deliveroo. Deliveroo making a run and passing Zoom Legionnaire and zooming towards the finish for the victory for Nate. Another win for Nate. It's Deliveroo. Then it's Zoom Legionnaire, Yin Yang Triplet with the place and show, Sensei, etc., and Central Bank rounding out the money. Calamity in last, but it's Deliveroo for Nate. One more victory. 52, 53 maybe?
Yeah, something like that. Congrats, Nate. Easy money with a G grade horse in a claims race at that price.
Indeed, indeed.
So yeah, congrats, Nate.
Any claims there, Chris?
Yes, Jimmy. Yin Yang Triplet was claimed by Stefan,
All right.
and Sensei was claimed by Stefan.
Nice. All right.
And that's it.
2 horses added to Stefan's stable. Nobody pulling the trigger on Deliveroo. So we'll go ahead to our next race here. All right, race number 7, our second and last claiming race of the day. This one, 30,000, a little steeper, but out on the dirt, 10.5 furlongs. And looks like guys got 3 horses here in this one. Nate's got 1 as well. What else you see there, Chris? Looks like Nuclear Option, probably our favorite, but a couple F grades as well.
Yeah, Guy really jumping into the claims races with this one. Got, as you mentioned, 3 of the 8 horses, but there is a favorite. There's only 1 E grade horse, and that's the Nuclear Option for Nate. Also, the only horse in the field with a win. Also has 3 second place finishes and over $100,000 in career prize money, and by far the most prize money per entry in the field. So another claims race, another Nate favorite.
All righty. See if we can get back-to-back wins here on the dirt. And they're off. Dork Dynamite out early along with Clockwork Matrix. The Nuclear Option, though, taking a big lead early as we come down the back stretch there. Iambic Pentameter trying to keep pace with the Nuclear Option, building that lead for over a length and a half even at the halfway point. Iambic Pentameter, Peace Treaty trying to keep pace, going to bed early. Dork Dynamite, Hayes for Me, Frenemy, and Clockwork Matrix. Big second group there, but the Nuclear Option making this a no-doubter so far as they come down the stretch and over a 2-horse length lead over the field. Frenemy right there in second, along with Dork Dynamite, with horses trying to make it 2-3 with the neutral option already done. Everybody else still racing. Dork Dynamite now gets second, going to bed early, shoots up into third, so it's 2-3 for Guy. Peace Treaty, Iambic Pentameter, and Frenemy rounding out the money. And then it's Clockwork Matrix and Hay is for me. But Nate, another win, the nuclear option blowing away the field.
Yeah, some more easy money claims races for Nate.
Absolutely. Wow. It's one of the bigger victories we've seen.
Yeah, big win. So congrats, Nate. And then, hey, second and third for Guy. It's nothing to shake a stick at. All right,
Indeed.
claims. This is a $30,000 claims price, and there were no claims.
No claims. All righty. All right. Couple more races left here. Race number 8. We're going to stay here on the dirt, a little shorter, 7.5 furlongs. And Cafe La Food there in the 1 slot are C grade, a few D grade horses there as well. So what else do you see, Chris?
Yeah, Cafe La Food is a favorite. Lemke's in this one, of course, a fan favorite, and Kentucky Derby and Belmont champ for Nate. Let's see if he can make it 3 in a row. If Nate can make it 3 in a row by having Lemke win this one.
All right, we shall see. As you saw, Lemke, more prize winnings than the entire field combined in this race. And we'll see. All right, and they're off. Lemke out early, followed by Take a Chill Pill, On a Technicality, Torrential Downpour, Spoinkinator, La Rambla. Huge group right there. Staying with Lemke around the turn. Torrential Downpour fittingly in the lead on this rainy day here in England. Lemke there as well in second. Crucial Thanks, Cafe La Food, big group in third. Catching up to Lemke, but Torrential Downpour pouring it on down the stretch for Zach. Cafe La Food On a Technicality, trying to make a late run, but doesn't look like they're going to catch Torrential Downpour and slowed down a little bit, but got the victory. Zach with the win. Torrential Downpour On a Technicality gets second. Lemke sneaks into third there late. Cafe La Food, Bamboozler, and Take a Chill Pill rounding out the money. Then it's Crucial Thanks, Inclement Weather, Spoinkinator, State Street, and 7200 South, and La Rambla. But Zach with the win. Torrential Downpour, as I said, so fitting on this rainy day here.
Yeah, how about that? The rainiest conditions that we can possibly have, and Torrential Downpour just pours it on. Big win. Congrats to Zach. And he had 2 second place finishes earlier today. So gets over the hump with this one.
Nicely done. I would say you couldn't make that up, but you can make that up because that's how you would write it. So
that's how you write it.
That's it. Torrential Downpour. All right, our penultimate race of the day, race number 9, sticking there. Last race of the day.
This one's it. This is it.
I apologize. The last one was the penultimate. I said it. I should make sure I get the word in. All right, last race of the day. Race number 9, as I mentioned, my dark horse culprit there in the 4 gate as a D grade horse, but we've got some talent here. Dirks and Caicos, gate number 1, an A grade horse. There is no spoon, B grade, as well as Distracted. What else do you see there, Chris?
Yeah, the light blue really sticks out. Guys got 4 in this race, including Dirks and Caicos, A grade horse, only his 4th career start. But of course, all eyes are on him. Right on his shoulder is Distracted, B grade horse from Zach's stable, and there's one other B grade horse, and that is There Is No Spoon from Mark down in the 11 spot. After that, it's quite a drop off to the D grade horses. So I guess maybe those are the main 3 to watch.
Indeed. Also want to see Sweet as Honey there. No winnings so far. Maybe they can get in the money there for Zach.
Yeah. There you go.
All right.
A little bit of a long shot.
There we go. Last race of the day in the slop here. As Chris mentioned, most rain we've had in a race. And they're off. Last race of the day. Dirks and Caicos, Gluten Intolerance, Flatlander, setting the pace for Guy. Out early, Dirks and Caicos with a big lead. Flatlander there. Culprit now up into second with Bryce's Fester not far behind, but Dirks and Caicos setting the pace. Bryce's Fester now trying to catch Dirks and Caicos at the halfway point, overtakes them and building a big lead. Bryce's Fester, wow, just sprinting away from the field. Dirks and Caicos and Flatlander right there. There is no spoon as well, but Bryce's Fester with over a 2-length lead as they come down the stretch. Can they hold off Dirks and Caicos and Flatlander? Bryce's Fester going for the victory for Christian in the last race and gets it. Dirks and Caicos in there in second. And Culprit jumps up into third. That's not a win, but it is a top three. Distracted Flatlander and There Is No Spoon rounds out the money. Then it's As a Six, Sweet as Honey, Spothead, Capiche, Oh Showtime, Gluten Intolerance, and Chocolate Mercury rounding out our field. But Christian getting the win. Bryce's Fester. What a race.
Yeah, congrats, Christian. Really dominated. And how about this? 2 weeks ago, last race day, Christian in the last race of the day upset A grade Checkmate. And this evening it's Christian again in the last race of the day, upgrading A grade, this time Dirks and Caicos.
Wow.
Pretty good there for Christian.
Sounds like a dark horse that I should have picked there.
Ooh, and maybe next time out.
Nicely done. All right. That was our last race, of course. Chris is going to go ahead and update our standings. And just a reminder, I believe we are, well, let me make sure here. Yes, in 2 weeks, we've got our big stakes races going on. Lewis Downs Sprint Championships, of course, at Lewis Downs. And can't wait for that. And then obviously a week later, we'll have our 2-year-old auction draft. So big races, big events coming up here in HRFL.
All right.
Can't wait for those.
Yeah. All right. So, hey, here in the standings, Jimmy, you passed up Brett. You guys were within $1,000 of each other. You got him by about 15,000 now. And Nate
right.
up in the fifth, which means he's climbed 5 spots in 3 race days. And guys, it's not a secret. He's winning them in the claims races.
Indeed. Yes.
All right.
Take note.
Take note. All right. Hey, let's look at that schedule a little more, Jimmy. So this was well. Next time out, we've got 3 race days in a row with some stakes races. So next time is the Lewis Downs Sprint Championships. Then we'll have that draft. And reminder, watch that draft multipliers video so you know what we're doing. After that, we're going to head to California for the Zenyatta Stakes and our second new stakes race of the year, which is the Eddie D Stakes, a downhill race. And then we'll go to the Lewis Downs Turf Championships, and the 2-year-olds will start racing. So we're getting to another real exciting part of the calendar again after this one.
Absolutely, Chris. Looking forward to it. Hope you all are as well. And we'll have Nate back on the broadcast, of course, for that Lewis Downs Sprint Championship in 2 weeks. All right. Hope you all enjoyed the broadcast. For Chris Lewis, I am Jimmy Rakes. We'll see you at beautiful Gainesville, Florida for the Lewis Downs Sprint Championship in 2 weeks.